welcome back to another breakdown recap. Oh boy, that was an exciting match last night. That boxing match. Oh boy, very Usyk. Let's talk about this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I didn't watch it yesterday what happened, but I saw the things that happened, the finale, all the good stuff. I can't believe that, boy. So if you guys actually were following some of the picks I picked yesterday, unfortunately, it wasn't as great as I thought it would be. Fury did outland and outthrow Usyk. All right, so we lost those two there for the picks, but that plus 105 for that money line, that's a hit. That over 10.5 rounds, that was a hit. And what's all what I said? Split decision. Unfortunately, that was a little iffy. I probably would have had to do both. I said split or majority. And that was a little mixed up at the time. But yeah, I actually expected the majority happen for Usyk instead of the split. But you got the split though. That was a good fight. That ended up being a good fight. I watched majority. So far I'm in like round 8, round 9 right now, and I'm watching. Whew, boy. So basically everything like I called it was basically how it needed to happen to a degree. First 2 rounds started off. My boy Usyk was going in, laying those shots, while Fury figuring things out the entire time. Fury was running back, you know what I'm saying, trying to get his footing, trying to get his space, blah, blah, blah. While Usyk was throwing those shots, popping them in. The jab, the jab, the jab. Nah, not to be jabbed. Not to be jabbed. Straight. The straight was actually hitting. The first 2 rounds, and then Fury downloaded it, boy. Took over the next 4 or 5 rounds. It was the Fury show. He found the spacing, he found his hitch, and then basically Usyk became very ineffective. Like he didn't do anything substantial until later on into the fight. And then he took back over again. He started making some serious big hits. Usyk was taking some big shots though. That surprised me. He's opening up body shots. I mean, they both were doing open up body shots and then headshots. But every left overhand that Usyk threw, Tyson was eating that after the first 2 rounds and then after the 7th, 8th round. But yeah, it was a nice back and forth match. Fury didn't seem to be too eager to press on too much on him. I expected him to clinch a lot more. He started doing that in like the 5th round. He did it once in the 3rd and the 4th, but he started doing it real heavy the 5th and 6th. He started throwing one big heavy shot and then clinching up on him to smother the offense potential or the counterpunch efficient offense from Usyk. And that was working relatively good when it was, but then it stopped being effective. Fury, he doesn't seem like he's actually very good at fighting off his back foot, which is very hard to do that. Like, he didn't have the conditioning to be as mobile as he needed to be to fight Usyk off. Because either you're smothering them, the smaller guy, with a lot of a few punches, combinations, and going and grabbing them, or a big shot and grab, or giving them a lot of space and punish them coming in. And Fury was like in between all those. From what I've seen, nothing really too committal. Usyk, though, he was being patient and then started landing the big shots. And the big shots, like, it seemed to me like Fury didn't have the chin to take the shots the way he was taking them. Because Usyk was taking, oh man, he ate that uppercut so hard. Oh boy, that's the big one he took and ate that shit. But yeah, this was a relatively good fight. I'm not done watching it now, but going forward, though, I'll be actually really not surprised by how things turned out. It came down to the bigger man, like I said, imposing his will. He was running the entire time, which is completely okay. Because me as a tall fighter, back in my days, I was consistently running until it was time to stand down, hold my ground, and push forward. He did that in spurts. And he didn't punish him the way I felt that he should have punished him consistently. Yeah, I'm a counterpuncher too, by the way. But it was good though. He landed some really big shots. It just wasn't able to land anything substantial to really hurt the Usyk and put him down. He started focusing on the body a little bit, but it wasn't to a point to where it's like really taking control of it. You know, it's interesting. It's interesting. It was an interesting match. Really high level stuff going on. I'm not at all anyway not happy watching it. More often, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really happy watching heavyweight fights. I don't really watch heavyweight fights too often or not, but this was actually worth the time. And the way it happened, a lot of heavy swings, a lot of adaptation happening, and then it just went the way it went. I can look forward to seeing a knockout. Not the knockout, but the knockdown. And surprising. It was actually really surprising how this fight turned out. About how good it was. That's what we put. Not so much how it turned out, but how good it was. The smaller man, he was more mobile, picking angles, waiting for his shots, and punishing straight shots. That was what Usyk was doing after early on, and then after he got back in the groove. The adjustments being made, both these guys were actually very, very great. And the thing was, it was very swing heavy. When they made the adjustments worked for a while, and then it swung back to the other side. And after the adjustments were made there, and then swung back over here. You know what I'm saying? It was actually really good. It was actually a really good fight. Like, I am not at all sad for not watching this. Actually, I look forward to watching the rest of it. It's going to be good. The knockdown, that was actually one. There was a plus, what did it say? It was a plus 270, I think, for Usyk to get knocked down. And I think it was like a plus 320 for Fury to get knocked down. Which the thing that actually surprised me because the fact that Fury hasn't went down in 7 times in the course of his career, whereas Usyk never went down at all. But somehow it was more likely for Usyk to go down and fight. You know what I'm saying? That's a little mind-boggling there. But those kind of things, you look up for the odds and look for information going into things to see what's going to happen. It was, but that I missed the tie though. I thought it might be a tie. It's actually really close to be a tie. That knockdown actually swung it. I knew without that knockdown from Usyk later on, I don't believe that he wins this whatsoever. I think he gets robbed. I should say it lightly. Not that I was robbed, because like I said, the adjustments were made. Like, Fury dominated heavily between round 3 to 6 or 7. Heavily dominated that. But like I said, it changed back around to Usyk. And I don't know currently if Fury got back into the match or not. Because Fury started taking some big shots. His conditioning was the biggest issue. This is like the same situation I was talking about the Knicks and the Pacers. The Pacers run really quick, and the Knicks run really slow. And the Pacers' longevity for the duration of that was what kept them heavily into the game. Compared to the Knicks, they actually fell off a little bit. I'm expecting going forward in this fight while I'm still watching that he started to lack the conditioning for the longevity to fight back against Usyk. That's what I'm expecting going forward. But either way, like I said, it happened the way it happened. Usyk got that W. As I said, I was on Team Usyk the entire time. So if you follow that too, you get that win, that money line bet. Because that's plus 110, I think it was when I made a video, plus 105, either or. So 105 with that, with the over the rounds, the punches landing and thrown, that was surprising. But worked out pretty good though. The other 3 out of 2. Oh, sorry. 3 out of 2, 4 out of 2. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? That was actually a pretty good run. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed that fight. Let's go ahead and make this some money again next time. Because boxing, I'm loving the boxing stuff right now. I'm loving these recaps, and it's going great. So let's look forward for the next boxing match. Was it one Saturday worth mentioning? I don't know. We'll see. Stay tuned, guys. As always, happy gambling grinders. Make a wish. Out.